Okay, kids, y'all gather around because I am going to be showing y'all how to make a recipe that as a child growing up, it was my favorite dessert in the whole entire world. The first 10 years of my life, kids, I lived at River Bend, which was my grandmother and grandfather's motel, a restaurant, a skating rink, a swimming pool, and cottages. Isn't that it? Swimming pool, the skating rink. Yeah, it was like a small Disney World that was about that big. You know, it was before we ever had recreation centers like that, and it sat just across the Mitchell County line. So that meant I had to go to Baconton Elementary School, and every Friday they would have homemade vegetable soup, toast, and peanut butter balls for dessert. Well, honey, on Fridays, don't get in Paula Ann's way, because I was running to that cafeteria to get my peanut butter ball. Well, let me tell y'all something. It was like maybe 25 years later. Yeah, probably 25 years later, I ran into this woman, and we got to talking, and I told her that I had gone to Baconton Elementary School. She said, "Oh my goodness, my mother worked in the cafeteria there for years." Well, bells started going off in my head, and I said, "Did your mama actually cook?" She said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, let me tell you something. On Fridays, I look so forward to those peanut butter balls." She said, "I'll bring you the recipe. I've got the recipe." And my Aunt Trina and I had craved those peanut butter balls for 25 years. Well, I was so excited to get that recipe, and I'm equally as excited to share it with you kids, because it doesn't involve a stove, and it's a good, healthy, nutritious snack that tastes so dadgum good. So let's get started. Oh, I was looking through the book. This is my the first cookbook that I wrote. I wrote 2 children's cookbooks, and it tells you how to set a table, talks about good manners. It has instructions on how to measure wet and dry things. And then you've got a glossary with definitions. I love that. And then this is a message to mama and daddy, or grandmama, whoever's cooking with the kids. And safety first, because when you're cooking, there's always a danger that you could hurt yourself. So it really is helpful to those mothers or fathers that's out there just introducing their children into the kitchen. It's a fun read to have with them. So, peanut butter balls, y'all. All right, I've got a 1/2 cup of creamy peanut butter. Now, if you like crunchy, you can certainly use crunchy. I've got a 1/2 cup of honey, and I love Tupelo honey. But there's all different kind of honeys out there, boys and girls, and it depends on what flower the bees have fed on. It will determine the taste of their honey. All right, now this is a 1/2 cup of powdered milk. So we're getting our dairy too. So that's it. That is it. And I'll share this with you. When Jamie and Brooke got married, we had the reception at Uncle Bubba's, and the morning of the wedding, I got this idea because Brooke had wanted a chocolate fountain. So I said, I don't want to serve the same old stuff, you know, with a chocolate fountain. So I ran down to the restaurant and I pulled somebody aside and I said, let me show you what I would like for y'all to make for the chocolate fountain. And it was this recipe. And so we just rolled it up in balls about that size, put them in the refrigerator and let them get hard, and then you took your toothpick and you held it under the chocolate fountain. We ran out of those. There was plenty of fruit left and all that, but these were gone. So I'm gonna show you the size that they served us at school on Fridays. And it was that size right there. And they served them naked. They were not naked. Peanut butter balls were naked. So, there's several different ways you can do this. You can toss them in powdered sugar, or you could chop your peanuts, put them in a Ziploc bag, and beat them with a rolling pin, and roll them in peanuts, or you can roll them in pecans, or frosted flakes. If you'll crush up some frosted flakes in your Ziploc bag and crush them, that's mighty good too. But to me, it's hard to beat just a plain old peanut butter balls. So please ask your mommy or your daddy to get in the kitchen with you and try Auntie Paula's peanut butter balls. Okay, kiddies, till next time, I love y'all. And I love peanut butter balls.